Hey guys, I'm Stephanie Wade. I'm Habasia, and I'm in my backyard today in Texas. So y'all can see it's warm today. I'm wearing my trusty old hat at Africa, still on my mind. Got it at a vendor's booth in Houston, probably doing Kwanzaa. No, I love cooperative economics. But anyway, guys, how y'all doing today? I hope y'all enjoying y'all Sunday. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's not as good as if I was in the Gambia, but I'll take what I can get. It's way better than freezing to death. I'm telling you that. Because today I got a jacket and it's open, guys, because it is a lovely day. You know, the jean jacket was a little too light because it didn't have a lining, but this one is like perfect. I have layers, it can be unzipped, and I'm good. Let y'all see my Angela Davis earrings, y'all. Hope y'all like them. This is the first time I'm wearing them. Got them at a vendor's booth in Houston. And you know, I might have got them free for buying some other earrings. I can't remember now, but I know it was something about if you buy these earrings, you'll get this one for free. So I got some earring for free that day, but I don't know if it was exactly this one. But anyway, guys, before I get into a deeper subject, I'm just doing my quick show and tell. I made this necklace by just stringing this heart that I already bought and a little I love you charm. The Fela Kunti t-shirt. Teacher don't teach me no nonsense. Hope y'all can see it. I think I got it at a Fela musical in Houston, Texas. But anyways, we got the show and tell all over with. I just wanted to say, I've been seeing different things and people been getting upset because of people having stereotypes about certain things. And I know that stereotypes are ever evolving, and as we're trying to get politically correct, I know we need to educate ourselves so we can understand that what we used to think may not be true anymore, if it ever was. And we have to understand sometimes what we see is not real. So you have to research what actually was real. It takes some effort, but it's possible, y'all. Because cultural aspects of stereotypes is fluid too, you know, fluid, and depends on what country you're in and everything. I remember when I was young, I didn't have any concepts of colored, black, or whatever being on any money, because I knew my group, you know, was in a minority. I never saw anybody on any dollar bill or $20 bill or $100 bill that looked like me. And the first time I saw something look like me, I was like in shock, y'all. I was like all excited, like I won the lottery, you know? I saw Nigerian money with people that look like it could have been a relative or something, you know? And I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. Like, money? This is real money? Not monopoly money. You could actually spend it. I just thought the money was so pretty because I had no idea that this had happened before anywhere else because I didn't have any history of it. I had no history of it at all. So when later I was at a black art gallery, I came across this book, y'all. And it's called what? Confederate Currency. So it's way before my time. And people that look like my ancestors actually was on the money. Like, who knew? Nobody even told us anything. It's like, how could this be, y'all? I didn't know. It's like, when you see all these commercials now about your money working, just imagine. They saw us as the money working, you know? Money working. It says slave factory worker. This is the picture, y'all. And then the money with that same factory worker on it. It's like your money at work. I mean, it was just some deep stuff. If folks didn't see us as human beings, it's just like their money working. You know, slave mother and child on a $2 bill. Like I say, that was way before my time. Did not know that yet we was on the money, on the Confederate money, because they saw us as their money at work. And then a little slave boy, he's on the money, and he looked like a slave man to me. Don't look like no boy to me. He looked like a grown man. But they used to call grown men boys. Let's see him on the bill, right at the bottom there. So just like I didn't know that anybody that looked like my ancestors was on money, I found out much later that yeah, they were. Not a complimentary picture, but them as being the money at work, not being seen as human, just as money working, that's all. Looking at the little squirrel in the background. Anyways, they say slave stacking cotton. That's on the waterfront. Let me see. You see up at the top. And then at the bottom, if you can see the dollar bill with them working. So just because you don't know something happened, don't mean that it didn't happen. You know, yes, it happened. People that look like us was on money. It's not complimentary because they saw us as a part of the money. You know, like your money at work. You know, your money at work. Since they saw us as a commodity. See the little boys up at the top working. And then at the bottom on the actual paper money. So we was the physical, hard-working money, and then the paper representation of us. Then a $1 bill. Men working hard here. And then a $1 bill there. And again, this is called Confederate Currency, the color of money, images of slavery, and Confederate and Southern States currency. Paintings by John W. Jones, edited by Gretchen Barbatsis. And I just happened to come across this book when I was at the Black Heritage Gallery in Houston. I don't even know if it exists anymore, but I was just so lucky to get this book. And I'm telling you, all the stereotypes they had of black people being lazy, it's like, how was that? It was a never-ending story about us working hard, because we didn't have a choice. Work hard or get beat to death, you know. So you really made your money work hard for you. I mean, never-ending story of work, more work till you work to death. And then they turned around and kept showing their money working on paper money. Like I said, who knew? So there's stereotypes of blacks being lazy, not true. But my thinking that we wasn't on any money, that was not true too. I had no idea, which is it didn't exist when I was growing up, but it was in the history of this continent, the North American continent, that they put their money to work, meaning our ancestors. And no, we didn't have a vested interest in what we produced because they saw us as money. So just like you don't see a dollar bill owning anything or earning anything because it's just your money at work. It owns nothing. You own it. That's how they thought of us, our ancestors. See all up at the top. And money. So I don't understand how some people think that anybody would think that their money owned anything. If you see somebody as not a human being, you don't think of them as owning anything. You just think of you as owning them. That was total brainwashing of people into behaving like beasts of burden. You know, we knew we weren't beasts of burden, but they had brainwashed themselves and their offspring into thinking of us that way so they could continue what they were doing. It was just about money, y'all. Just money. But hard working, all of us, always hard working. And that's the money at the bottom. Let me see, y'all. If it's just one more here. The $100 bill, Richmond, Virginia. $100 bill now. See them working hard up at the top. And there's a $100 bill. So that's just subliminal that their only money, you know. And as people spending the money, they was getting reinforcement that it's only money, their only money. It's your money working for you, and not to see our ancestors as human beings. So I don't even get that inside of my head that I would ever disown my ancestors and not remember where they came from. They were enslaved Africans, y'all. So how come they had them working hard? It was the only time in history that people were done like this, just because it was easier to control them because of the color of their skin. And even when they was abused and their color changed. It had to do with who their mother was. And if their mother was of African descent, y'all, they still sold them anyway, made more money off of them. The octoroon balls, the quadroon balls, all that kind of stuff, y'all. They made so much money off of them. They were high cotton, high dollar slaves because they used them as toys, y'all, whether in the house for servants to just serve you your food or help you get your clothes put on or whatever, your man servant, female servant. They also abuse them in awful ways that I don't even want to say. Y'all already know. But I would never, ever not acknowledge them. Because the only reason why they kept them being money like this is because they were Africans, enslaved Africans. They did not voluntarily come here, y'all. But they definitely became literally the color of money in this country. And this be the last picture I show y'all. It's called house slave. For whoever want to be bragging that they might have been a house slave, that wasn't nothing to brag about. They did all kind of awful stuff to you, unmentionable stuff. And then that was the little picture at the bottom. So anyway, guys, all I want to say is, please don't accept stereotypes about anybody, no matter what anybody say of people that come from whatever country. Just research it for yourself, y'all. Don't just assume because one person that's been miseducated treats you one kind of way, because you, being a miseducated person, also treated them in a certain kind of way. And y'all fighting each other because it's two confused people fighting one another instead of seeing the similarities, that you share so much history that you don't know about. You know, so much history, so much blood there being shared. Whether we're from this country or not, which is, like I said, I'm about 1.5% indigenous. The rest, my ancestors came from the motherland, Africa, because it's the land of my mother, which is how we were enslaved, because of whatever our mothers were. If they were free, we would have been free. But if they was enslaved, yes, we were enslaved. It was according to the condition of the mother. So anyway, I love my relatives. I love my ancestors. I don't stop counting after great-grandparents that would be ignorant. Such a thing as long-term history. Some people trace their ancestry to ancient history. Oh, I'll go as far as my DNA says, you know? And I know even before then, we were here. Before the written word, we were here. Or traditions like I'm doing right now, griots and griotis. We was speaking a word before anybody wrote anything down. But anyway, guys, all I can say is, I hope when you're writing your book, you're writing your movie, you're writing your play, that you won't do stereotypes on people, that you'll do the hard work and find out about the people that you're writing about, include them in your casting. if you're writing about somebody from a certain place, they should actually be from that place. And if it's an imaginary place, well then, I don't know what to say. If it's imaginary, it's imaginary. But the imaginary place shouldn't be filled with stereotypes that people would think of people from a real place, because you already know the history of that myth. You know, don't do the little lazy workings. Because we're trying to be politically correct now and trying not to insult our own people. You know, I don't want to insult my ancestors. I don't want to insult my people, no matter where they are in the world. I love all of y'all. Please, read books. Go online. Do research. Meet people. Share stories, y'all. Share my stories. Well, until next time, peace, power to the people, and I'm out, y'all. Bye.